What's up, guys? Welcome to the Cashcraft, your daily dose of finance and technology news and updates. Daniel Fayemi left a six-figure tech job in Lagos for Toronto, expecting a promotion. Instead, he discovered something about work culture that most engineers never see coming. If you've ever wondered why the same job title pays wildly different amounts across borders, or why some countries produce more startup founders per capita than others, this story reveals the invisible forces at play. It's not about talent, it's about something far more structural, and it explains why entire generations of engineers are making the same calculated move right now. Daniel wasn't running from anything. At 28, he was already a senior blockchain engineer in Lagos, working on cutting-edge Web3 projects. Nigeria's tech scene is exploding. Lagos alone has produced 4 unicorn startups since 2020. The talent density rivals Silicon Valley in some sectors. But here's what the headlines about African tech booms don't tell you. The day-to-day reality of being an engineer there operates on completely different rules. In Lagos, Daniel's workday started with uncertainty. Power outages weren't occasional, they were structural. Most companies run on generators, which means you're coding to the rhythm of fuel costs and backup systems. Internet reliability was another variable. Not slow internet, unpredictable internet. The kind where you're mid-deployment and suddenly you're offline for 3 hours. These aren't complaints. They're constraints that shape how you work, what you can commit to, and ultimately, how clients perceive your reliability. But here's where it gets interesting. The technical work itself, identical skill level. Daniel was building the same blockchain protocols, writing the same smart contracts, solving the same algorithmic problems as engineers in Toronto, same GitHub repositories, same Stack Overflow solutions. The code doesn't know what continent it was written on. Yet the market valued that identical work at a fraction of the price. Then there's the office culture gap. In Lagos, the hustle mentality isn't a choice, it's survival. You work multiple contracts simultaneously because currency instability means your salary loses value while sitting in your account. Professional boundaries blur because everyone's building side projects, consulting on weekends, trying to capture value before it evaporates. It's not toxic, it's adaptive, but it's exhausting. Toronto hit different. Daniel's first week, he noticed something jarring. People left at 5. Not occasionally, regularly. They took full lunch breaks. They didn't check Slack after hours. When he asked about weekend availability for a critical deployment, his manager looked confused. "That's what our on-call rotation is for," she said. The infrastructure was so stable that emergencies were rare enough to formalize a schedule for them. The compensation structure revealed another layer. In Lagos, Daniel earned well by local standards, enough to live comfortably and support extended family. But well meant around $45,000 annually for senior-level blockchain work. His Toronto offer for a comparable role? $140,000 base, plus equity, plus benefits that included mental health coverage and professional development budgets. Same skills, same experience level, triple the pay. Now pay attention to this next part, because it explains the migration pattern you're seeing across tech. It's not brain drain in the traditional sense. Daniel didn't leave because Lagos lacked opportunity. He left because the infrastructure gap creates an artificial ceiling. You can be as talented as any engineer in Toronto, but if your power goes out during a client demo, if your internet drops during a critical stand-up, if your currency devalues 30% in a year, your career progression hits walls that have nothing to do with your abilities. What most people miss is that this isn't a story about individual ambition. It's about structural arbitrage. The global tech labor market now operates on perfect information. Employers worldwide can see your GitHub, your credentials, your portfolio, but it still prices labor based on local infrastructure and currency stability. That gap creates an irresistible pull for engineers who can navigate visa requirements. And here's the reframe. Daniel's move isn't exceptional anymore. It's becoming the default path for top-tier engineering talent in emerging markets. Between 2023 and 2025, Canada issued over 85,000 work permits to tech workers from Nigeria, India, and Brazil combined. They're not fleeing failed states. They're fleeing infrastructure limitations that no amount of individual hustle can overcome. The talent was always there. The stability wasn't. The shock Daniel felt wasn't about discovering that Toronto was better. It was realizing how much energy he'd been spending on problems that simply don't exist in countries with stable power grids and reliable internet. That energy now goes into actual engineering. Same person, same skills, different foundation. This is why you're seeing entire cohorts of senior engineers from Lagos, Bangalore, and Sao Paulo clustering in Toronto, Berlin, and Austin. They're not chasing the dream. They're chasing the infrastructure that lets them do the work they were already capable of, without the generator running in the background. That's all for today, folks. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to the Cashcraft for more finance and tech news. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one.